All right.
I had something else I wanted to ask you, but I lost it. So there.
I guess it'll come back eventually.
Eventually.
Number 18.
Hello.
Yeah. Number 18. I don't think we'd be remiss without saying R.I.P. Jerry Springer. Springer died.
He did.
I don't know how.
That's about as much thought as I put there.
Well, I met him once.
Did you?
Yeah. It wasn't so much we met as he called me a dick.
Oh, okay.
So
Him too.
yeah.
You got a long list of those.
This one's famous. So me and Lisa were at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be 10, 11 years ago. And it's in Javits Center. You've been to Javits Center.
Yeah.
That thing is gigantic, right?
Sure.
So they take the whole center. And, like, it's progressed every year where, like, famous people, they used to have, like, you know, the booths where people pay $50 to get their picture with Will Shatner or whatever. And they started moving that farther and farther away so you couldn't see the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because people would just take a picture with their phone and then, oh, I got a picture of Will Shatner.
And
without
not
having to pay for
$50.
it. Right.
Yeah.
So they made that more of a labyrinth so you couldn't see anybody. But me and Lisa walk through that room. We go into another room, and it's all, like, comic books and vendors and stuff, right? And I'm standing there with Lisa, and all of a sudden, something brushes me, and I look, and there's this bald guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a handsome bald man. Turns around. I'm like, hey, Steve, from Jerry Springer. You've seen the show, no? His main security guy? What? You had to see the show. Everybody's seen it. Anyway.
I mean, I've seen clips of it,
Right.
but I never
So the guy that
actually
used to be
watched
on
the show.
stage.
Okay.
He was this on-stage security guard.
He was to keep whatever from rushing the stage or fights happening
Or getting
on
too
stage.
far apart. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
like an
okay.
ex-cop, Chicago cop or something, right?
Okay.
Anyway, handsome fella. Surprised. I didn't think, hey, whatever.
You
And
wanted
it-
to kiss him?
What?
You wanted to kiss him?
No, I didn't.
No?
My wife was with
Snuggle?
me. It's rude. It's been rude.
Just snuggle?
Not even snuggle.
All right.
I don't want to.
All right.
Regardless.
No exploring.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not for me.
Sure.
Anyway, so it looked, as we walked a little bit, it looked like it was like a table, and it was all set up at a publisher for a book signing.
Mm.
So he was there, and there was a bunch of people there just kind of milling around. And then all of a sudden, kind of standing next to me and walking a little bit was Jerry Springer. So I start going, Jerry, like the chant, TV
Yeah.
chant. You know what it is. You know
Okay.
that part, right?
Not really, but
Come on.
whatever.
There's the chant. Everybody
Okay.
yells, Jerry. So now I got 1,000 people.
Why, is he going to duke it out with somebody?
No, that's just what they used to do at the show, on the show.
Was it like when he gives somebody a zinger, they do that?
No, they would just do that when he came out.
Oh, it was to bring him out.
Or I think sometimes if he would say something snarky, they would give him the Jerry.
Okay, gotcha.
So I start the chant. So now there's like 500,000, I don't know, tons of people just shouting Jerry. And he just turns around, he's like, thanks, Dick.
Oh, that's not. I thought he actually had a conversation.
No, he just looked at me, he's like, thanks,
Realized your true nature. It was
Yeah,
like,
well, he would've got-
summed you up.
But he got there.
He got there without
Yeah.
without the extra.
And then I look
bullshit.
over and I just see the guy Steve looking at me laughing. Because he's like, what? That's your claim to fame. You should enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a bunch of these crazy people at this Comic-Con. But by the way, ever want to feel like...
He didn't think it was going to happen.
Right, exactly.
Come on now.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. He was an interesting guy. I mean, he was a mayor. Bought
Oh.
hookers with checks. I think Chicago? I want
Okay.
to say Indiana somewhere. I don't know. He was a mayor.
Uh-huh.
I think he got busted getting hookers with checks. Like paying by him a check.
Out of the coffers.
Yeah.
The town coffers.
I think some of that nature. I don't know. It's
Okay.
probably all wrong.
And that's before he became television personality.
Television guy, right.
Okay.
Do you think that type of show led to the depravity of the way people are now,
It definitely helped out.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole string of shows like that at that
More-
time, right? Morton Downey Jr.,
Maury Povich, right?
Maury, right.
So, I mean...
Geraldo,
Oh, yeah. Geraldo's the Rico Suave guy.
same thing.
A little different.
Yeah, whatever.
Bigger mustache.
A little bit.
But if you ever want to feel like you're the toughest guy in the room, go to Comic-Con. All them foam swords and fucking styrofoam and cardboard costumes.
Gotcha.
You feel like the toughest guy in the room.
Nice.
You'll probably be the highest earner with everybody living in their mom's basement, but
Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe they're gamers. They could be millionaires.
some of them, right? But that's before gamers were like the big thing.
Mm.
It was interesting to go. It was fun to kind of wander around aimlessly. The kid didn't hang with us, so she'd run off. with some friends or whatever, and we would just kind of
What did she go do?
look at stuff, I guess.
What stuff?
Comical
She's
stuff.
into anime, you said, right?
Right. So at that time, I'm 11, 12 years old, they used to have a separate show for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then
A separate event entirely? Not like a portion of Comic-Con?
they enveloped it into that. It used to be Comic-Con and then like an anime show in New York separate.
Okay.
Then they kind of merged.
All right.
So they had a small section of anime, not like they used to have it. But I mean, I guess if you want to talk to artists, I mean, like I knew two guys that were comic book artists, and I would do some prints for them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go down, drop off their prints so they could sell them. You know,
That's cool.
say hi to them.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a ton of artists. I don't know how to tell if they're unique or not. You know, they're all kind of comic book artists.
Right.
It's a style. They're all one style. It's not like, right?
No, not really.
No?
No.
You feel like you can tell the difference between...
I could definitely
comic
tell
books?
the difference between years.
Yeah?
Not like 2012 to 2013, but from the 60s to the 80s to,
Right.
decades, things
Mhm.
change.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It got more elaborate.
Like, think of that's because the ability to make the comic book quicker.
Yeah.
You know, can't really be elaborate when you have to do
Computers.
each.
Yeah,
thing,
I don't know if they're really drawing all that shit by hand.
Yeah.
Maybe though.
So,
But then again, it's like you know, like you see on YouTube, if you watch kids playing music, they're ripping
Right.
at like 8 years old.
Right.
Which they got because they could just watch videos all day long on how to play
Right, and parrot it.
Donnelly or whatever.
Right, just parrots.
Right? Yeah. Doesn't mean it's good.
Right.
It just happens to be
Younger.
technically advanced compared to everything else because they started younger.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's much better. Yeah, because there's like guys, there's hundreds of them. They're all artists. And I don't know if they're there hoping to get... Some of the stuff is original work, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of those guys write... I think the guys that I dealt with wrote their own comics, you know.
Okay.
So you got these little straw comics trying to become something. I don't know if they're hoping they're going to meet somebody bigger, you know what I mean? Like a famous comic book company to help that along. You know what I mean? Or,
like be a subsection of Marvel or
right,
DC or something like
even
that,
get a
whatever.
job, you know? Hey,
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
a job.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
Drawing.
part of that.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Is it a trade show at some point? Probably, right? It's probably an industry part of it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I was in bands that when we played for bigger acts, I was like, yeah, I hope they fucking hire me for something.
Sure.
Get me out of this shit band.
So,
Get me
yeah.
a real paycheck.
But you're talking about, like I said, thousands of guys doing the same thing. I mean, I guess maybe there's something over there where they're gonna find something unique. Probably somebody's personality's easier to deal with than others.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's that, and then like I said, there's like all the stuff, video game companies, toy companies.
But it makes it a lot easier if you meet somebody.
Sure.
Then you know, you send somebody an email with a sample of your work. Could be just junk folder. Could just get deleted automatically.
It's true.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just like sending in tapes to record companies. Who knows where those things ended up?
Right. In the trash, probably.
Yeah.
If it didn't come in like solicited, say, with a lawyer or something, it might have been
Right.
garbage.
Yeah.
Right. But there's
Or from a producer that they knew or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, they would hand it to them directly.
Yeah.
Not like that, right? So maybe you get lucky, guys wandering around.
I mean, I think you also see that with like the UFC now.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the fighters are in camps that with known fighters.
So like a known fighter opens a gym, they join that gym, and hopefully that fighter,
And then the known fighter goes, "Hey, I got this guy who's whatever,
he's pretty good. We'll give him a shot.
170, you know."
Right.
Yeah.
Eat some fresh meat
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, this way they're tried and true,
Mm-hmm.
and not just like
How many years is it to go from to the big show for some of those guys, like fighting?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know, you figure they got to start small. Some of them small events, and nobody, you know,
But it depends who it is.
right? Like the actual fighter.
Yeah, like some guys have gone. They were wrestlers all through high school and college, and then they went into the Olympics, and then
Next thing you know, they're fighting.
yeah, what are you gonna do after the Olympics? You know.
Something.
Yeah.
Be a
There's no job for Olympic wrestler.
bouncer.
exactly. Would you rather be a bouncer, or would you rather get paid $1 million to punch somebody in the face?
Maybe a snake handler. That's kind of wrestling.
I guess. Yeah.
For nothing, I think tangle you up, you got to get out of it.
Sure. You got to be slippery.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I just mean but it's still a needle in a haystack, any of those things. Because there's got to be, for every...
Somebody's got to hear about you somehow.
Right. You have to make a mark, right?
Yeah.
Either you're super strong, super crazy, or whatever, right?
Right.
Well, I don't know.
The word gets around. If you're undefeated, 10-0 or something like that,
right?
People start to know who you are.
Sure. I guess it's the same when you're drawing. You draw good enough comic books. You draw
I guess.
Good enough Supermans.
It seems like more of a stretch, though. I don't know. I don't know how word gets around the community.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this.
How dare you?
I'd be a professional artist.
How dare you? You still would want to do this.
Yeah, of course.
What you gonna do?
But I'd have people working here to do the shit. I wouldn't have to do it myself.
And figure out why things are dark and things don't work.
Yeah.
Or it may just be on all the time. Oh, dude.
Might be a real studio instead of a bedroom with a fucking plant in the corner.
It all starts somewhere. You're ruining the magic.
You're breaking down that fourth wall.
Right. I mean, technically they only see one wall.
Yeah.
The one with the plant. It really brightens up the place. It's
Yeah.
a little dry, though. Probably needs a little love.
I put some water in it the other day.
No, all right.
Good thing they can't see the closet right there.
You really ruined
It's got my winter wear in there.
You actually exchange your clothes?
No, there's nothing in there. I'm joking.
I was going to say. That's really fastidious.
What do you mean?
To have winter clothes and summer clothes?
You gonna wear a parka in the summer?
Not the parka part, but the same shirt you can wear through all 4 seasons.
If you wear 6 other shirts with it. You wear...
It's called layering.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, people used to do that a lot, put away their clothes. Would you actually pull out and put away summer clothes and put out winter clothes?
Shorts, yeah.
Really?
I don't wear shorts in the winter.
No?
No.
I mean, not out in public. You can wear them around your house.
No. My house is 60 degrees.
What's wrong with you?
It's comfortable.
No, I don't care about 60, but still wearing shorts be ultimately comfortable.
No, then I'd have to make it 80 in here, and I don't want to pay for that.
I don't blame you.
I ain't paying for that shit. Cheap.
Just frugal.
No, I just pick and choose where to spend my money. Why should I give it to Elizabethtown Gas or PSE&G when I can go out and have
Shut up, Big Energy.
fancy ass dinner?
It's true. Everyone's
for myself.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I mean, if there's nobody in the house.
Instead, I'm paying for them to take their
For-
people out to dinner.
They get their overtime.
Yeah. Fucking.
What's my bug?
Yeah.
It just froze you mid-sentence.
No, they irk me.
Bugs?
Yeah, any sort of gnat or fruit fly or something, I lose my mind.
Right. Now extrapolate that to people. That's how I feel. The bigger version of that. They're all gnats.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they pop up where they don't belong.
Yeah, like today. I go to pull.
Oh boy, here we go.
No, this is an easy one.
All right.
I going to pull into a parking spot, and there's a person with their shopping cart in said empty spot loading their car. They see a car coming, and they don't move. It's like, move, stupid. You're in the way. You know you're in the way.
They're loading their cart into their car?
No,
Is that what it
so
was?
here's your car.
Yeah.
Okay. And now there's a spot next to you. And now the back of your car is here. Whoops. Because the back of your car is here, and you load your shit.
Chuck Norris, that Corona bottle.
You load that stuff in the back of your car like a person.
Like a bird.
So you have your cart on the side of your car, so you have to walk like this. Why not put your cart behind your car so that the space is open? And then when you see a 3,000-pound machine barreling down on you and you don't move, so we get in there, right? And first thing I said was like, I'm glad we just are in everybody's world. It's everybody's world. It's not your own. We'll clean up if we make a mess. But we're in your world. Thanks for letting us share some space with you.
You just got to learn to get along.
I'm trying.
You're
I'd
failing miserably.
I am, but I'd get along if people would actually do the right things. And they're not hard things.
You mean your things?
No, the things that make sense.
Yeah.
Right, the things that make sense.
But that makes 100% sense to that person.
Yeah, which is wrong.
Yeah.
So your sense is wrong.
Was the back of the car open?
Yeah, and they were walking from the side of their car
I
to
could
the
see
back
if they
of the
put it
car.
on the side because it was like a barn door,
Or
like it
something
opened like that.
Or if they were putting it in the side of their car.
If it didn't open like a hatch.
Right. Or
Yeah.
if they were putting it in their side of their car, in the back seat.
They were,
But they weren't.
maybe they had put something.
They didn't do nothing
All
of the
right.
sort. Don't
Sorry,
be an
people,
animal.
You stink.
Yeah, don't be an animal. Do the right thing. Like, we're all here together. You see something like a car coming at you, maybe you take a minute to go, I am in the way of this gigantic car. Let me get out of the way. Simple things. Those are the simplest things that this whole world, if they all did it, those things out there.
You think it's because they're in tunnel vision world?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's my world. I'm doing the thing, and I guess there's other stuff around,
Yeah.
but I'm in my world.
Yeah.
It's like the spirits that are living in your house, right? They're living in your house, but from the 1800s.
There's spirits here?
We talked about that.
We did?
Remember? Like, do you die? Do you go, what's heaven? Remember we talked about what's heaven?
Okay.
This could have been heaven, Ford's.
Oh, there's no spirits here, though. I never talked about that.
Well, no, I said that there were spirits of the people living in the 1800s version of this spot.
Oh, okay.
And that's their heaven. They're churning butter or whatever they're doing out here. Or whatever goes on in this neck of the woods.
Okay, in 1800?
Yeah, I don't know what they... Well, how else did they get butter?
Why do you need butter?
Everybody needs butter. Can't have all that milk's going to go bad. But it's funny because
Butter.
majority of the things we talked about last week, like there were not resolutions, but there were answers to some of the stuff that I had said to you online randomly. Because, I guess the internet's listening. Like the first thing we talked about, remember we talked about how I said to you that Coachella event looked dead and terrible?
Yeah.
And there was an article by a guy named Diplo,
Mm-hmm.
it's a DJ,
Gotcha.
one of those guys,
Sure.
and had said that Coachella has become terrible because there's no good performances, so it just becomes Survivor for influencers. See that?
Gotcha.
So me and
Okay.
Diplo are on the same page
Yeah.
that I wasn't just seeing something.
We just don't like his music.
Well, I don't know what he does. He's
Her
a DJ.
music.
It's music.
His Days. Zimzer's music.
Yeah. But he's a DJ.
Okay.
So is it his music or is it somebody else's music he's playing through speakers? I don't know how it works. DJ culture, I have no idea.
Seems like theft to me.
Right.
But whatever.
But are they getting credit for songs or they're just spreading the songs?
I don't know. Wasn't that? Don't they put out their own albums so like that?
Like a remix?
But
or
I don't
something?
know what. I don't know if they add stuff to it. I don't know how it works.
They must
It all sounds like crap to me.
get some kind of weird, like they must pay a licensing fee or something, and then they make some kind of money on it. I guess I don't know. There's not that much money to make. They make money, I guess, when they perform live. It seems like some of those guys
They
make a lot of money, right?
Yeah, a lot.
So that guy must make a lot of money that they're gonna ask his opinion of something like that. They're gonna ask his opinion of Coachella.
They asked him his opinion. He just offered it.
Just walking around, anybody with a microphone. Hey,
Well,
my
he could have
opinion?
written a blog and somebody.
No, it was a comments from him to somebody.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like, oh, this guy wrote on his Twitter that this is the influencer Olympics or whatever, Survivor.
Yeah.
So he must have talked to somebody. Whatever. I mean, I don't even understand how magazines work anymore. Like, we get little articles in magazines all the time, digital magazines. I don't know what they're worth, if anything, right?
Somebody reads it.
Maybe, right? Or else why would they do it?
Yeah. Could be 4 people.
Right. Doesn't really equate to streams or anything. But somebody knows the name. So that was one of them. The other one was, we talked about the dude who ran as a woman, but the month before he was a guy in a marathon, and then he went and ran in the women's marathon.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm hearing all this for the first time.
But we all
Where
talked
was I
about-
last week?
I don't know.
Was I
Maybe-
awake?
Maybe you were in the other world.
Yeah, 1800s.
Yeah. Anyway, that
I'm a
dude,
ghost.
that 52-year-old dude, right? He was running once a month ago, and then he turned transgender to run in the ladies' marathon, and he finished
Because he sucked wind against
right.
men.
And remember, I said to you,
Punk ass.
I said to you about that, and you were like, "Who keeps track of it? If they're good or bad?" Out of 20,000 people, he came in 6,160th, and they were bitching about that. They were.
Wait. So that was running against men or against women or both?
Running against men, he was a no-show. A month later, he says, I'm transgendered. I don't have my surgery yet.
But he had run previously to that.
As a transgendered person?
No, as a man.
Man, yeah. A month earlier, he
And
ran as a man.
How did he do there?
They had no
Okay.
numbers, like where he finished.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a top runner.
I'm going to say it was way low.
Had to be.
Could you imagine if you transitioned and you did worse?
Yeah, your whole plan was to
Yeah.
transition to do better.
You're like, damn it.
I mean, and they interviewed him, and
Do
he
you
had,
keep it in a baggie in case they could sew it back on?
I guess if you go the full move, right?
Yeah.
When you're in transition,
Do you think taking it off would make you a little bit more aerodynamic? You got no drag?
no sail, no stern, no what's that? The bow, no bow.
Yeah. No rudder?
You're all you're like one of them speedboats.
Yeah. Just. Can they make a camel toe for you?
I'm sure they try.
All right.
It's not a fun looking procedure online if you want to watch.
No thanks. I'll pass.
Don't you remember? You know, like when you buy a package of hot dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put them on the grill,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of make some weird shapes.
Sure.
So if you slit the ends,
yeah.
keep them nice and straight.
Yeah.
But just run that slit all the way through the hot
Wait,
dog.
you slit the end of a hot dog and it stays straight?
It will.
Like how far
Well-
are you gonna cut it?
Like a quarter of an inch, like a cross on each side.
Okay.
And we'll take some of the pressure off. But now take that slit and run it all the
Same
way.
thing if you poke it or no?
I don't think so. I think that just gets rid of the juice.
Mm. Okay.
But if you
Learn something new every day.
take that slit, run it all the way from base to end.
Oh man.
And then
Like,
there you go.
my balls just tightened up thinking about it.
And then there's your new flower. Seem worth it to come in 6,000th place of a marathon?
No.
I mean, according to him in his interview, was like, "Oh, I haven't. I really probably shouldn't run these races till I finish my transition." So the way he made it sound, so was he just dragging the waters? Testing
He just
the waters?
sounds like he's an excuse guy.
Right.
I couldn't run against men. Now I can't even run against ladies, and it's because I didn't do my full transition.
Well,
It's because you suck as a runner.
right. Well, part of his thing was, I really shouldn't have run this race as a woman until I have my full surgery. And I'm saying, is he just testing the waters, going, well, maybe he's a gay dude. Who knows, right? And he's like, I'm just going to say I'm transgendered. I'm going to run this race and see how I do. And if I do really well, then okay, then I'm a transgendered runner.
He's just a bad runner. He just wants press.
Right.
He stinks.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, why not
It's like
just...
Bruce Jenner. He was getting kicked out of the family, so he had to pull an ace out of his sleeve. So he
He pulled a...
changed his gender so he could get
pulled
back
more
in the
He
limelight.
pulled more than ace off that sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about no drag now. It's odd. Like, I don't know. Obviously we don't know that person. We don't know fucking Caitlyn Jenner, right? But imagine, though, like, you were at the pinnacle of your sport or whatever, right? You're on a Wheaties box, and you were all that stuff.
Right.
And, like, do you have to forget it to play that game, right? Because, like, you can't... People get in a lot of trouble when they misgender somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always a whole big thing that if somebody was a guy and they become a girl and you misgender them, it becomes a whole thing. So now you can't acknowledge the fact that Caitlyn Jenner was a decathlon?
Was Bruce.
Right. Like, you can't acknowledge the fact that this person was like the greatest athlete America had at one time.
Right.
Because is that an insult to them?
Why? Why would it be?
Because you're not Bruce anymore.
So that person's dead.
Yep. That's the theory. That's what I'm saying. So wouldn't you tell Bruce, hey,
Are
good
there any
job?
razor blades around? I want to cut my throat.
Yeah, well,
Just want to I want off this planet. I hate it.
there's a lot of nuance.
That's what you call it.
Whatever. I
Sure.
call it unnecessary nonsense, bullshit.
The dribble.
It adds to the fucking other shit of the guy standing in your parking spot, all that stuff. So, you know. And I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter until you get to a point where it matters, right? You live in the woods and you're a farmer or foraging mushrooms or some more shit.
Farmers in the woods.
You're a forager. You're a mushroom forager.
Okay.
All right. You don't really have to worry about misgendering people because you're just collecting mushrooms.
Right.
So it doesn't affect your life. But if you are in a metropolis, right, or a metropolitan area,
Yeah.
you gotta, I guess, mind your P's and Q's.
Well, same thing with guns, right? If you're out there, you need them. If you're here, probably not so much.
Depending on where you are here.
Well, it's a different need,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You need it because there's drug dealing scum
Mm-hmm.
waving around pistols and gang members that shoot people to initiate, and
Sure.
wipe out the enemies and stuff. But out there, you need it because you live around snakes and bears,
Gigantic bears that could
Yeah.
just come wandering in your house.
and you want to eat deer instead of some sick meat that they put in the supermarket.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but that's the same thing, right? So I guess if you don't deal with transgender people, you don't have to acknowledge that there's a transgender thing. To that guy, Bruce will always be Bruce. I almost said Springsteen.
Oh,
Talk about a guy who should be transitioned and forgotten about.
are there any good Bruces? Lee?
Bruce Lee, he was all right, right?
Yeah,
They got rid of him.
they did.
Bruce Wayne,
Fake.
Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah, he's all right.
I heard he's a prick, though. It's a little egotistical. He's a singer.
Yeah.
They're all egotistical. Bruce Banner's fake,
Yeah,
but he's all right.
yeah.
Well, he's not all right. Well, he's all right until you get him angry. They don't like him. Nobody likes him when he's angry.
No, you don't want that. You'd rather hang out with Bruce Dickinson's
I don't know.
pretentious ass.
Who else is a Bruce?
Would you rather listen to Bruce Springsteen and Bruce Dickinson hanging out talking, or deal with Bruce Banner when he's angry?
I'll take Bruce Banner when he's angry.
Yeah, because it could just be over.
Yeah. I have a chance to talk to Bruce Banner. I don't want to talk to either one of those two.
Yeah, right. He would probably jump away anyway.
Right, he just
What's he gonna do with you?
throw a car at you.
He's like, "Pfft."
I could kill you. And there you go. If you know any other Bruces, let us know. You seem all out of it today. You a little tired today?
No, I just don't like people in the world.
Huh.
No, I don't know. I think it's just a gray day, and I'm like, bleh.
You blah. It's been a
Yeah.
great week.
Yeah.
You ever do anything on the Appalachian Trail? Did you ever hike it?
I think parts of it.
Wander it? Whatever?
Yeah, but I didn't. I don't think I went specifically to say, I hiked the AT. Just
You even
went
know
to
the
a
lingo.
park, and there was a piece that connected with it.
Oh, that was it.
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, I only,
Why, you're looking to do it?
no,
Gonna go the full stretch?
not anymore.
Not anymore. What?
I won't, well, I might. So, like, there's all this other weird shit that I keep seeing about it. Like, they have, like,
There's like cabins and shit along the way
Right.
that you can hang out in.
hostel type environments.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can stay. There's a lot of freakazoids.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the videos you see, they're little sketchy people.
Mm.
Surprised there's not more axe murderers. They said closer as you get toward that's what I was reading that, and then as you get closer towards North Carolina, a lot of drug dealers on the Appalachian Trail.
Really?
Yeah. So you're minding your own business, Appalachian, right? Some guys out of the woods wants to need some.
Really?
Yeah,
It's like that?
that's what they're saying.
Like, what do you need while you're on the trail?
I don't know, because you want to enjoy
shrooms or something?
right? So then they can rob you later, I guess, when you're all fucked up. You're all hammered on LSD.
I guess.
I don't know.
All right. Interesting.
It's
I thought you meant as you were walking through the trail, you come up on parts of land that are owned.
oh.
Somebody's grown weed or something,
Oh.
and they're like
defending their land.
Stay the fuck out of here.
No, there's actually drug dealers on the trail.
Interesting.
I mean, but like, it goes the whole length, right? It goes from, is it the whole eastern seaboard, or is it just around this area?
If somebody kills a drug dealer on the Appalachian Trail, does it matter?
No.
I
Doesn't matter
think
if you doesn't matter if you kill a drug dealer anywhere.
Not in my eyes.
Right. I mean, you would think.
Although I don't care if people do drugs, personally. Doesn't
Right.
matter to me, but...
Then what would be the tipping point where, like, if your kids, guys sold your kids drugs?
Yeah, well, there's that.
Right.
It depends what it is.
Well, I mean, it seems like everything people take now could kill them. The fentanyl and all that stuff and all.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of garbage out there.
Right.
That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. But
It's not like the good old days of drugging.
that's right. Once Mexico took over the Quaaludes, it went downhill.
That was it.
Garbage.
It's a shitstorm of bad deals.
But probably. And then that whole
Yeah.
war on drugs thing probably made it worse.
Boo.
Yeah. Motherfuckers killing drug cartel. Now, but they're saying, though, the legalization isn't helping it either, in terms of they're not making the money that they thought they were going to make on it, because the cost is through the roof. Like they said, I don't know. I haven't been into a dispensary, but they're saying the price is to go buy
Well, because they...
legalized drugs. It's expensive, tax and everything else.
Right, because they're not... Because they're greedy with it.
Are they greedy, or are they just
I think so. And why does it cost so much more than buying it through a dealer then?
like, well, the taxes, right?
Yeah,
But-
it's greed.
Is it greed, or is it they just didn't know what to do?
If you are legalizing it
Right.
just to stop that influence,
Right.
then you just sell it at the same price or lower to kill their business.
Yep, but they didn't.
Because you're greedy and you want tax money out of it.
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of people still buying illegal drugs. So the idea of legalization isn't having the effect they wanted. But
Yeah, I think they got to go. Well, I don't know. I heard that places like Portugal, it's helped a lot. But they
Yeah.
legalize everything there.
prostitution, drugs,
I don't know about prostitution. I'm talking about drug wise.
like every single drug, like
Yeah.
legal heroin, legal.
Yeah, I think everything's
Really?
legal.
Mm.
Yeah. But I don't know how it works. You know, I don't know
Right.
if they say, well, you know, if you die, you die. We don't take care of you. You know,
Sure,
not like here we get you on a program or whatever. I don't know how it works,
sure.
and I don't know why they did it. If it was just to squash illegal activity, or if it was to, you know, what it was. But
Right.
supposedly, the addiction rates are a lot lower. So it might have been just for that. So I guess if you do it for a good cause, it's okay. But if you want to make money off of it,
It's a bet.
then fuck yourself.
I mean, I would think the opposite thing would have been they would have legalized pills. They do already. Let's face it.
Yeah.
You know, but let's say they legalized, I don't know, LSD,
Mm-hmm.
whatever other pills people are taking, because what's the worst case scenario if you get bad pot? It sucks. You don't get high.
Yeah.
You're not, you know, unless it's laced with something, you're not going to die from it probably.
Right.
So just let it be, you know, like you get a tomato from the food store, you get a tomato at your house. Kind of the same thing. The one from the food store might have a little more chemicals on it.
Yeah.
But it's tomato. So why not just they don't let people grow their own pot. You know what I mean? Like, because then...
They're cutting in their business because it's about money. It's
Right.
not about helping out anyone.
All right. I see it. You hate the government.
Yeah.
I get it.
I just hate greed.
Well, it's a good thing they hate.
Yeah. I think I don't like most business in general.
Right.
But how is you going to make money?
How many businesses out there are for the good? You know, we have to make profit because we started our own business, but how much of it is it, you know, every business probably goes through a greed period.
I think the way the system is set up, you have to make money, otherwise you go out of business.
Right. But
So.
and it should be okay to make money,
Mhm.
but it's like, at what point is it the gouging thing is not good, right? But what I guess if you're a big enough business, Amazon doesn't overprice everything. But then again, they're running everybody out of business because they aren't overpriced everything. You know what I mean? They're not fair. Is it fair price? No, it's just the price they can get it at, where they're still going to make money.
I guess.
I used to know a dude who was a dick when it came to stuff. He was the only game in town for parts for presses, certain presses.
Okay.
And that was one of the things. They were like, he knew he had them. Guy needs like a sprocket, $25 maybe.
Yeah.
$100, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And every year at these trade shows, that's the first thing people would ask: is he dead yet? He pissed off so many people.
Yeah.
Is he dead yet?
Should just whacked him.
Right, but that's the thing. Like,
just banded together with your pitchforks, hunted him. Pitchforks and torches.
Took his business, made the parts for free.
Just got rid of him.
But I mean, that's what I mean. Like, when you have the only game in town, right, then that's what happens.
You should be able to sue somebody who gouges.
Sure. Didn't they do it with gasoline and stuff? That's why.
Well, how come we don't do it with all these car dealerships?
Yeah, I don't know. How come they don't do it with pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a morality problem in this country.
A big one.
Yeah.
Well, no less morals than killing the drug dealer on the Appalachian Trail, I guess.
Is it? I don't know.
Do you think
I'm looking at those Coronas and I just think urine sample.
Yeah. It will be.
Yeah.
Well, it's the first part.
Comes in the same way, goes out the same way.
It looks exactly the same.
Got a little layer of bubbles on the top.
Yeah. It's like you had a good,
Nice.
it's like you had a nice piss. You put it back in the bottle.
Great.
So, I mean, but it doesn't taste that. It's close, but it doesn't taste that way.
All right. What else we got?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Why are people still talking about Sammy and Dave? That was one of my things.
Who?
Sammy, Hagar, and David Lee Roth. Why are we still talking about that? Why do people still talk
I thought you were
about
saying Sam and Dave.
that? Yeah, Sam. We don't talk about Sam and Dave at all.
No.
Much better than the Sammy and Dave thing. Like, people
Who's talking about this?
every time I'm online, I see an article about Sammy says this about Dave. Dave says this about Sam. I'm like, why? It's over.
It is, right? I mean, there's no more Eddie.
No more Eddie. There's no more of any of those. It doesn't. But why?
So who cares?
But why are they still? Are they just
They got nothing else.
grouchy old men? Sammy Hagar's got like $500 million. Why would he even think David Lee Roth's anything?
I think because they're all full of themselves.
Yeah, it's true.
They're not just half billionaires. They're rock stars.
And there's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you like better?
The Dave version.
Yeah.
Van Halen was better.
Because of the show?
No, I just think the music
Swagger.
had an edge to it that I liked.
They took the edge out with Sammy?
A lot of it, yeah. It became a lot of sing-songy,
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Not that they didn't do any good tunes,
Right.
but just the percentage was a lot less, in my opinion.
Sure. But they had more hits. That was the hit factory.
Okay,
What
what is hit doesn't mean anything to me. I don't.
No.
I don't listen to top 40 radio because they're all hits and they are all shits, in my opinion.
Shits.
Yeah.
Now, did you think that extended their life, though? Let's say they never got Sammy.
Not Eddie's.
Not Eddie. No. He took care of himself. But do you think if Sammy never came on board, they would have just gone the way,
No, they would have
classic rock?
No.
Would they stay too long?
No, they would have looked for somebody else. They tried the guy from Extreme, right?
Yeah, that
didn't work. Then I don't know who else, if they had any else.
I don't know if they had anybody else.
I don't think so.
No.
But they would have just kept trying people.
But do you think
They're too young to quit.
Think so? When they
At that time, they got
1984?
probably like mid
30s?
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too young to quit.
But
What are you gonna do with the next 50 years of your life?
But
40
maybe
years.
Well, 30.
No,
Right?
it depends which guy in the band you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's say, though, but maybe Eddie would have gone and played with other people and not did Van
Maybe.
Halen.
Mhm.
He would have did this thing. But I don't know if he could have functioned. There's probably some kind of codependency between his brother and...
Well,
obviously not with Michael Anthony.
obviously, it's his brother, right?
Right.
So I've never heard about them being like the Davies brothers where they punch each other on stage.
Right.
You know.
Mhm.
So they got brotherly love. So why not stick together? Right?
Right. There's no reason to hate each other.
And at that point, since you're both Van Halens, why would you change the name of your band?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But-
So it would have always been Van Halen. I couldn't see Eddie joining like, I
Right.
don't know, the new version of Rising Force or something. Right?
Eddie
Like-
Malmsteen?
Exactly. Like he wouldn't have.
But would he have become that? Like Joe Satriani type thing, where he's just kind of doing things.
Like Steve Vai type
Man,
doing solo stuff.
right. I don't know or did he need the brother? Did he need his dependency? You know what I mean? Not that he needed him, but
But what
needed
would he
him.
call it? Van Halen?
Right.
Because he's solo?
Right.
Eddie?
VH? EVH?
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Or would he have just disappeared like Les Paul? You just would have seen him at the Iridium on Tuesday nights or the Big Potato in LA and Thursday nights or something. And you just saw Eddie Van Halen.
He ate a baked potato in L.A.?
It's the club,
Oh, is it?
the Big Potato.
I never heard of it.
It's like the Iridium or whatever.
Okay.
It's a jazz club.
Okay.
The heavies would go there. I don't know
Oh.
if they still go there.
Whoa.
You go down there and see Travel Tech on a Monday night.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Or you just go see Henderson with a bunch of other guys. They're just ripping it up. I don't know. That's that revisionist history. You don't know what would have happened.
So these guys are still screaming at each other
Yeah.
about shit that's 30 years old.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. That's,
It's like yelling at clouds, like old people.
Yeah.
Enough already. I guess,
Then what else do they have?
and I guess there's no news, right? There's no musical
Yeah.
news.
What happened to his clawfoot or whatever?
Clawfoot?
Yeah, what was that thing
Cleft
Hagar was
palate?
doing with...
What?
Hagar was playing with...
Chickenfoot?
Mike. Yeah, there you go.
I think that's-
Clawfoot, chickenfoot,
It's a different name now.
stinkfoot, whatever.
It's a circle now.
It's called The Circle?
Yeah. It's with him,
The Circle?
the circle.
Never heard of it.
It's him, Mike, Jason Bonham,
Okay.
and
Satriani's not doing it anymore?
no, it's this guy.
Was it Satriani? No.
He was in Chickenfoot
He was?
with the guy from the Chili Peppers.
I thought it was Gilbert.
No.
No, he was Mr. Big.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. They're all the same to me. I don't like any of them. Stinkfoot.
That was Zappa.
Yeah, much better, too.
It wasn't that good.
And nobody was ripping in it. No
right.
need.
Right, because he was calling all the shots.
Just make it interesting.
He would just
Yes.
kick you out
Yeah,
if you do too much.
exactly.
But it was Jason Bonham and the guitar player actually is the guitar player for the band the Bus Boys. Do you remember the Bus Boys from?
They were in R&B,
Yeah,
right?
he was the guitar player that played in the Animal House. Remember when they were at doing Shout?
That was the Bus Boys?
Wasn't that it? The boys are back in town. Wasn't that they were doing that? Wasn't that them? Wasn't that the Bus Boys in that movie?
I don't know.
I believe so.
And they were doing Shout?
Shout, I think they did. Remember the?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was them.
Okay.
But yeah, he's the guitar player. But he's got to be probably 75. Well, so
Right.
Sammy, 75 or 80. He's 75.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, you're just too old to be yelling at people. I mean, Dave's still putting out music too. I don't even know how old Dave Lee Roth is.
He puts out music?
He had a music I saw
Which
the
one?
other day with himself. It's Dave Lee Roth.
Just him? A cappella?
No, he's got something, but it's like showy
I'm
music.
getting nauseous.
Why? It's Dave. You like Dave, you said.
I like David Van Halen. Actually, I liked some of his solo stuff. When he had the She and Vi combination,
Right.
the Eat 'em and Smile album, that was good.
That was talking about a lot of notes. That was all the notes.
Yeah,
He was out there big dick swinging against Van Halen.
sure was.
He probably won.
He was trying to prove a point
Right.
for that year,
Yeah, he won that year.
I would think.
I mean, he put on a great show. I
Mhm.
seen him the second one. I didn't see the first one. Skyscraper. I saw that tour. But it wasn't the same band. Had
I saw Eat 'em and Smile.
right. He had
That was awesome.
different bass player.
Was he good?
Yeah, but they didn't do a lot of the stuff from the first record. Some of it, but not all of it. You don't have
When I saw them, they were Sheehan and Vi were like beating each other up with their instruments while they were playing. So like he would take a swing at him with the base, and Vi would pretend to fall down and roll around, but he's like ripping at the same time. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When I saw, I don't know, he's like a ham. Steve
Dave?
I. Steve
Oh,
I. He's
yeah,
a
of course.
big ham. He's a huge ham.
Sure.
But he was like, when I saw him, he's doing his guitar solo thing, and he like pretended to fall or something,
Mhm.
and the strap broke, so he's on the ground playing the guitar,
Oh,
and he's
okay.
pushing the guitar along the ground and up a wall,
Nice.
still playing it. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's having fun. He's a
Yeah.
ham.
He's bored.
Right.
He's like, what else can I do with this thing? I've done,
Right.
I play 13 hours a day for the last 40 years.
Right. Yeah. So he collects
I'm
bees
just going to
too.
tap on it like it's a piano, and I'm going to play it up the wall.
I think he collects bees too.
Good for him.
So we need them, right?
Sure.
They say that. No
Yeah.
bees, we all die. Why
I'm
is
thinking
that?
about putting a bat house in my backyard.
You already got the crazy part down.
Nut house.
Might as well add the bad shit to the crazy. Where you put up like up high, right?
Yeah, you just kind of make like an upside down box, basically.
And they all just show up.
Kind of.
Did you put it here so you can look down at them?
No, because they eat a lot of mosquitoes.
Sure, that would help.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't like put the box so you can see in it. How high does it have to be?
See it or see in it?
See in it. So like,
Well, you can't see in it. It's got cover on it, right?
Oh, there's an upside down.
It's like an upside down box, right?
Oh, a box is a box.
Yeah, but the box has a bottom, so when you turn it over, the bottom becomes the top
And it's just hollow.
underneath.
So why not turn it like so you could see out the window of the second floor here?
And now I got to get a picture of a damn bat
But
house.
Let's get a so you get it high enough so you can see the upside down of the U.
There's bat house plans for free.
That looks like an outhouse. I'm wondering a bat house.
Well, they got to
Oh,
shit somewhere.
It's got a
too.
file cabinet.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to deliver letters to this one.
Right.
All right, so see this? They
Yeah.
just kind of hang out in here. I guess there's like a pole or something inside because they hang on it, right?
Right.
This one's pretty neat. Look at this one's funky fresh.
Abracapocus.
Abracapocus. Oh, it's got a little cute little bat carved in the side.
You're going to put a little signal out every night when it gets dark?
Yeah, I should put a light in there so that it shoots out.
So it puts the bat signal out so you know your bat's time to come home?
Yeah, I mean, these are kind of elaborate,
But
right?
no, but like, look at that one next to it.
Which
Just
one?
To the right.
Here?
That one. Right? That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, can't you make it high enough so you can look in it? See what
Yeah,
the bats are doing?
Well, we're up here on the second floor, and you're pointing out the window. I thought you were saying that I should look down on it and into it.
Yeah. Somehow look into it. Can you
Well,
put a camera in it?
We
so
could
you
put
see
a
the
glass
bats?
top in it.
Yeah. Like that.
You know what? That would be kind of cool if you put like a little remote camera in that
Yeah,
thing.
so you can take a look and see what your bats are doing.
Watch the bats.
Right.
You think they fuck a lot? You think it'd be like a lot of bat fucking? Bat porn?
What else you doing all day if you're sleeping, right?
Yeah, bat porn.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
What
Bat
is this? This just
porn.
looks like a friggin'
Why do they fail?
gravestone.
That's what happens when they fail.
It fails because it's a shitty design. Who wants to live in that?
Right.
It's like the friggin'
There goes
projects of bat
there
houses.
goes the neighborhood right there.
Yeah. Come on now.
That's a lot of bats. Is that all bats or is that just stuff?
Oh, let's see. La 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 la. Those
Oh.
are bats.
Oh,
There's a bunch.
you're going to have that many bats at your house?
Yeah, I don't think I would attach it to my house.
No.
I would put it on a tree out there or on the shed or something.
Something away from the
Yeah.
folks. Do they go to a bat house low or does it have to be high up in the air?
I
don't
guess
know.
it's got to be up in the air a little bit.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Look at that one. That's
Which
like
one?
that's like a
Where we
fucking
at?
tree fort. One over.
Here?
Yeah, look at the size of that thing.
I wish they had something in it for scale so you could see how big it is.
That looks pretty big.
It does look big.
Look at that sign next to it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a cabin in the air.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, so you're going to build a bat house.
I'm thinking about it, but I think about a lot of things. Doesn't mean that I actually do them.
So it's when you cross over to execution?
Yeah, because I think about it for a while and I go, you know what?
What's the block?
I just won't go outside.
What's
How
the
about
block? What's the block?
Fuck the mosquito. What, this? The pole?
No, I'm saying, what's the block to go from idea to execution?
What's the block? I Why do I lose motivation for the idea?
Right.
I don't know. I think it just seems interesting for a little while, and then I go, I don't know.
No, not even to see it through and be like, it's just stupid, but I did it.
Yeah, I've done that my whole life. That's everything I've ever done.
So why not keep going with that idea?
Yeah. Just keep rolling with stupid.
Yeah, you got.
Just keep going.
I look at it even when it comes to writing
because
music,
I really should
everything.
be putting my time into the other stupid shit that I've done that I never
stopped.
finished.
Right. So finish them.
Whatever. Play music, write songs,
Right.
make paintings,
Or-
sculptures, that shit.
Make a big list.
I have tons.
Start crossing some stuff off.
Books and little snippets of tunes, whatever.
We'll finish something.
I gotta figure out how to record stuff, and once I start getting into that, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I just want to play. I don't want to learn electronic shit.
Well, that's the hard part.
Yeah, I don't wanna,
Unless you're paying somebody money to record for you,
I'd rather do that.
and then you're gonna have a guy sit there and watch you go through the process.
I'd rather do that.
Well, then you gotta find a guy
'Cause I
to
don't want to.
record you.
Yeah, then I gotta learn drum programming and
Mhm.
ugh.
Eventually, you're gonna have to do something.
But then you're gonna need a drummer anyway.
But is that where the climb gets too hard? So you just stop climbing the mountain?
Yes.
Why not just keep climbing the mountain, see where it goes? Now, granted, programming drums, is it a transferable skill to anything you need in life? Probably not, but just for yourself. I mean, I know to program drums now. It's not a skill I can use for anybody else. It's
Yeah, I
mine.
don't know.
But that's the thing. Maybe that's what you need for the next level to make those other things easier to do. Once you do it,
guess.
once you learn it, then you can keep doing it as long as you want.
Don't you think it would just be easier to find a drummer and be like, hey, let's go to the studio and we'll just turn on some mics and record whatever the fuck happens?
See my comment about the guy with the parking spot. It's not always that easy.
I got you, but then
Yeah.
the same thing. You record something for yourself with a drum track, and then what? You gonna go play somewhere with a drum track behind you
No, but then you find somebody at that point.
and say, play this?
Yes, this
Then-
is the song. You
Then
want to
you're
play
the
it?
dictator?
Yes.
Seems anti...
Until if we're
Fun.
if we're gonna get this thing to become something, we need a foundation. Here's the foundation. Let's start with this. Maybe then you become friendly with the person that's playing drums, and then it becomes something else.
Right.
But if you have an idea of something in your head, get it out. Make room for the next idea. That was always the thing. Like, even if a song is terrible, let's write it, let's get it done, and put it somewhere. Make room. There's not finite space in here for some reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
infinite space, I should say. It's finite.
Yeah.
So there you go. So do a couple paintings and clear them out of your brain.
Maybe.
That's what I mean.
Probably not.
But painting is going to be easier. You got all the stuff. You know how to do it.
Why is it easier?
Than recording, I'm saying. Or learning a drum track.
Is
learning
it
it.
though?
No, because you already have the skills
Oh,
to make a painting. The originality of the painting
I see what you're saying.
Originality of painting is a whole nother story. Right.
yeah.
But you have this set of skills.
That's probably why I lean more towards doing that than playing music now, because
you have the
I
skills.
don't have to deal with anybody else.
Right. You got the skills.
It's all on me.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if you want that other part where you have to deal with somebody, then you got to jump in the water and deal with that. And it's a pain in the ass, right? It's annoying.
Sure is.
When I did it with the metal band, it was the other way. I wasn't doing anything, and they said, "Hey, you want to do this?" And it was a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They let me have free reign on these songs. Here's the song. Here's the song structure. Do your thing, and let's see if it works. And that's how it's become and what it's become. So, but if I didn't say yes,
Metal thing's different though, because there's not a lot of room to spread your wings in a metal tune.
yeah, but you still have to write a part. And
Yes.
well, it depends on who you are as a player.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try to make
Well, it depends on the song too.
I try to want to make a part that's a part and it's memorable. I don't want to just follow along with the other guy.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you have to, but there should be spots where it's
I think a
my
lot of
part.
metal guitar players just want you to do that.
Right.
It's just a deeper sounding guitar.
And I won't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to think like a guitar player.
Yeah.
It's not my job.
Mm-hmm.
That's your job.
That's why when guitar players record bass parts, it sounds like ass.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you don't want to deal with that, then at least deal with what you got. To get it off your plate. Get it out of your brain. Cross it off the list.
Right.
If you want to build a bad house, build that stinking
That's probably
bad house.
another reason why I don't program drums, because I'm not a drummer and I know it's going to sound like ass.
But it might sound like something.
Maybe.
You get it off the...
Just have a click.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that's fun too.
Yeah.
I've done that already.
Yeah.
So, all right, so then...
Bring it to somebody and just say, play around a click. So whatever.
That's how our songs are. The guitar parts come in with a click
Mm-hmm.
or with a little drum idea. But that's the thing. Maybe you come up with a simple idea, and then you can find the drummer to say, make this into something more. Here's your job.
Do you think you would rather somebody send you a song with nothing on it or with their version of a bass line?
No, nothing.
Exactly.
Empty.
That's why I wouldn't want to do it to a drummer.
No, but you got to give him a
'Cause
pulse.
Just give them the click. Yeah, the whatever.
Well, you give him the pulse, and even if it's a 1-2 backbeat, at least it's something where the guy's like, okay, this is where the changes are. This is where the thing is.
Right.
So any drummers out there, he needs one.
Stay away.
Come to his house. How do you feel about clowns? You like clowns?
I don't like clowns.
Did you ever?
No, never did. I knew some people who were clowns.
I knew one.
They went to clown college and all that.
This broad didn't go to clown college.
It was a husband and wife team.
They were a clown team?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they met before clown college or in clown college. Or maybe they met on the circuit.
I was gonna say,
the big top circuit.
the circuits. Maybe there was a fetish for both of them.
You think they bang each other with the
Clowning? I wouldn't be surprised, dude.
He whips up that homie to clown thing and starts beating her.
He's just
That's the only clown I like.
homie.
Homie. Yeah.
He seemed more fun than most clowns.
Yeah.
I mean, there's never a good story with a clown.
But he's not fun.
Right.
That's the funny part about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I had this one. Did I ever tell you this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, nightmare clown? Dummy clown lady?
Go ahead. Tell me again.
Right. Anyway, so she was...
Brain is mush.
She came into when I had my pizzeria one time.
Okay.
Didn't know she was a clown.
Mm-hmm.
So she was weird, but she wasn't a clown.
Gotcha.
More
of an ass hat.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She had the makings of a clown.
Right.
So anyway, card, whatever. And it turned out some weird circumstance, my kid ended up becoming friends. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was through the pizzeria. I don't know where it was through. But they were friendly. And this crazy lady would drop her kid off for hours. Like, hey, my girl wants to play with yours. Okay, I'm going to bring her over. All right. Next thing it was like 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
Kid's been there since noon.
She's out clowning.
I don't know what she was doing. Maybe clowning.
She's clowning like a mopo.
But anyway, so I don't know how good she was because I never knew how good of a clown she was.
Did she come back with any marks on her? Like the homie got to her?
Right. So I'm working one day at the place, and a regular customer used to come in for pizza all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, we're having a block party, and I'm in need of a clown. I go, what? She's like, I need a clown, someone with the kids, face painting. You know what? I know a clown. She's like, what? Here's her card. Clown. Betty the Clown.
You gave the card?
Yep.
Okay, I can't wait to hear where this goes.
Give Betty the Clown.
You vouched for a clown.
Yes.
Oof.
And that's probably
a tall order.
That's
right
a
there.
lower form of life to vouch for clown. Yeah. I would have been better off vouching for a hitman. Or better off vouching for a hooker or something.
Anything. Yeah.
So that's a Thursday or something.
I know a couple good hookers if you need them. They don't call themselves hookers, but
nobody does anymore. It's demeaning. So
they walk the walk. They just don't wear the title.
They don't walk on the street anymore either, do they?
No.
Patterson, they do.
Do they?
Yeah, right by school. 3:00 in the afternoon.
Hooker school?
I don't know what school. I think it's a school for troubled kids because I came out of a...
Yeah, well, they want to get jerked off.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, if your home life sucks, you're like, I'm going to school to get jerked off today. Put a silver lining on this bitch.
I feel like there's going to be a shadow band episode again.
It's just a lot of beefs.
Yeah. So, because I was at a customer, at the time before I bought my machines for my other business, I was at this business who had the machine so I could see what it did. And we were there we got there at 1:45 in the afternoon in an industrial park. Got done at 3:05. Hookers everywhere.
Wow.
In an industrial park at Batterson. So you can imagine the quality of hooker you would get.
Maybe it was the teachers.
Maybe. Crossover, get out there.
Yeah, they were like, all right, they're getting off school.
Need that extra money.
Right.
Let's get them off after school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're off, and they were off.
And I'm getting them off. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so back to the clown. So I gave the clown card. She said, thank you so much. I'll give them a call. Whatever.
Clown card.
Had that noise.
If there was a card that came with like a little plunger thing, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Or
yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Something clowny. Water comes out of it.
Something. That would run out, though.
Yeah. But that would be fun.
Probably in somebody's pocket. Like, oh, thanks for the card. Oh,
hey, well, it's still a joke, right?
Yeah.
So a week goes by or something. Week and a half, maybe. I don't know. And she comes in, not the clown, but the lady comes in. Mm-hmm. Thanks an effing lot. What? That fucking clown was the worst clown ever. I go, how are you a worst clown? Like John Wayne Gacy? I'm like, did she start hacking people? Yeah. No. Yeah. She's like, she was just a miserable son of a bitch. Like, kids would be talking, like, shut up.
Was she drunk?
I don't know.
Hiccups the clown?
Shakes the clown?
Yeah, nice.
I'm like, what?
I forgot about shakes.
Yeah. So she's like, she was just so mean to all the kids. I go, I didn't know. Well, then why did you vouch for him? Like, because I felt like I was helping. You got a clown card.
Right, you're a matchmaker.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm like it was the universe saying, look, this moron dropped their card off. This other moron needs a clown. Match.
Right.
Like the game when you were a kid, you flipped the cards. You know, the game concentration. Yeah. But on the human level.
Was that Gene Rayburn? Did he do that one?
He did a lot. That big mouth.
Sure did. He always had that microphone on a stick.
Yep, and the big teeth.
Yeah. Teeth. It looked like a daisy that the petals had been pulled off of.
Yep. Yeah, that was like a mushroom.
Yeah.
Put a couple on the bottom.
Oh.
So I had to give the ear pizza for free. I'm like, here, take this. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, don't come back.
Never came back again.
You should have made a clown face out of pepperoni.
Big shoes.
Waka waka.
So then that all happened. Just, it was whatever. It was bad. I was telling the story, So 2 or 3 months later, it was my kid's birthday. And she had some friends over. And this person wanted to have their kid, the kid was going to come to the party because they were friends still. Mm-hmm. I didn't hold the angry clown thing against them. Till she like calls our house at like 8 a.m. Listen, can you guys grab my kid from my house? I have some clowning to do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Is that what you call it? You going to a funeral? I'm like, where are you clowning?
Whoever hires her.
Right, but I already know the story.
Yeah.
So, like, where are you clowning? Like, how you getting work?
How'd you get another job?
Right. So, something happened where we ended up helping out get the kid before the party. So, this kid's tailing around all night.
Wouldn't it be funny if you found out it was from another pizzeria that you dropped their card off?
Yeah, right.
The pizzeria guys are nice. They're trying to get me work.
One and done.
Yeah.
Every pizzeria in New Jersey.
Exactly.
So, she calls the house. Once again, one of these things where we have her kid for like 12 hours. She's like, I'm going to come over and pick up the kid. Okay. Under no circumstance do you come to this house as a clown. Nobody likes clowns. Okay. Can you guess how she showed up?
As a clown.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Fuck. There's like rats scattering. Children everywhere running, screaming. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like,
yeah.
Why are you here as a clown? You were told not to. Oh, the kids were gonna like. We just told you, no kid wants to see a fucking clown.
Yeah.
Go. Don't ever come back here.
You threw her out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Handed her a kid, said, "You gotta go. No more clowns."
Take this.
Yeah.
Does her kid like clowns?
I don't know, right? Well, it's kind of like,
It's gotta be so weird. You're like, yeah, my mom's a clown.
right. What, what do your parents do for a living? Well, my dad's in finance, and your mom?
Yeah, she's a clown.
She's a clown. Excuse me. What?
Shouldn't say bad things about your mom like that.
Yeah.
No. I mean, she's literally a clown.
My mom's a fucking clown. What? That's rude.
Comes picks him up from high school.
Yeah.
The clown suit.
You know what your kids
That
say?
car.
You know, Mrs. Smith, I just want to say, your child is really negative about you. What? She keeps calling you a clown. I am a clown.
Yeah.
Don't be hard on yourself.
Why do they like the Wonder Bread pattern?
The powder? Wonder
No,
Bread?
no, the like the dots.
The
on
dots?
the white. Yeah.
I don't know.
Right? Like, don't
Yeah.
you always see that?
They all kind of look the same, right? Do clowns ever look different?
I guess.
I don't
mean,
know.
I don't know.
So probably a whole network, right? It's probably a whole another world if you're in.
If you had some makeup and I had some makeup and we were just like, go, do your clown makeup, I guarantee they would look totally different.
That part, right? But then we'd both be in satin suits.
We should do that.
No, never.
Let's do it.
I don't like
Come
clowns.
on. Come on. Let's film our clown faces.
No.
No fun.
I am not fun.
Fucking clown.
Because that's too close to Halloween, and you know my feelings on Halloween.
You don't like Halloween?
Stupid. It's Beggar's holiday. Fucking
Jeez.
bunch of homeless people come to your house.
Homeless? None of those people are homeless. Homeless don't want candy.
I don't trust them.
They want booze.
Yeah, but they show up.
If they came to the door, knock, and asked for shots, then then they were probably homeless.
You like Halloween.
I do like Halloween. I
Okay.
think it's fun.
What happens if a kid shows up at your front door with just like a sweatshirt on? Like no effort.
It's like the people who show up at a wedding in a T-shirt.
Right. Would you be mad?
I tell them get the fuck out of
You
here.
want to give him candy?
I say fuck you and your mama.
What if he's like, my mama's in the car?
I say, bring her on.
Come on. And she starts,
I'll clown her.
she shows up with the big shoes and everything.
No,
Those
yeah, there's always one of those. But you just let it go. They're kids.
Yeah, they got to know.
If it's one person,
Right.
then I would probably say something. But if there's other kids, I don't want to ruin it for the other kids.
Right. So, but now do you feel...
But I might say something wise ass.
You should.
Like, what happened to your costume? What are you dressed as?
Right.
Yeah.
And you say,
Mark.
yeah,
I'm dressed as Mark. What's your name? Mark.
just dressed as your stepfather.
Yeah.
Or something like that. You're chasing some little kid down the block 'cause he's screaming. No, but now, is that a microcosm for how that guy's going to fail at life? Like he's going to do nothing. He's just think he's going to get by. That kid. Like if he's not called out at the Halloween stage, is he going to think he's just going to get by his whole life and not do the effort for his work? Like
Oh, he's a get over, obviously, right?
Which is going to be like that forever now, right?
Yeah.
He's never going to work hard.
See, that kind of kid can't stand. The kid who wears like 3 different costumes and just goes around the corner and takes like a shirt off
Right.
and becomes somebody else. That guy I like.
He's a go-getter.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
He's working.
He's working.
Right.
Yeah. He's
Not so much-
hustling.
Right.
I'm
They-
okay with that.
You wait for the kids like I was around the corner. You jump that kid after he does his 3.
There's always a dirty son of a
Yeah,
man
well,
like that.
my uncle taught us that. I gotta be honest.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but I got the candy.
I got jumped when I was a kid.
Really? You
Yeah.
with candy?
Took my candy, yeah. Bastards.
It's our,
What's that?
It's our North Division. It's our North Division.
Yeah.
We handled the South. Breaking up territories.
I was young, though.
Yeah. You don't go beat up a teenager. Beat up small fish.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? You shouldn't have your kids at that age by themselves. Have some parents. Put up a fight for you.
Not in the 70s.
No, I know.
Didn't work like that. I was like, go ahead, whatever. See you in a week.
Yep, we'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, exactly. You get hungry to dog bones. There's some milk bones in the closet.
Let's hope not. Your parents are Sid Barrett.
No, but you just had to do whatever you had to do. If you wanted to If you wanted grilled cheese, you better know how to make it.
Right.
You figure it out.
Sure.
Try not to burn the house down.
Right. Yeah, you never went in the room and said, "Ma, I'm hungry." You never like whined.
Yeah. She'd be like, there's salami in the fridge.
Right. Go figure it out.
Right.
Right.
Go take care of it.
You've seen me make a sandwich 100 times.
Yeah.
Go. You're not going to be that far off.
Guess how it works.
Right. It's not going to be that
Two
far.
pieces of bread, you put one thing on one side and one thing on the other side. You mash it together, you're done.
Right. The most you're going to do is put too much mayonnaise on it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You're really not going to, did you ever see me put Skittles on your sandwich? You're not gonna, don't put Skittles on your sandwich.
Yeah.
That's what I was told when we had a kid. Because
By who?
The doctor.
Don't put Skittles on a sandwich?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
He had said to me, because I'm the youngest in my family at that point, at 25 or 6 years old, I was still the youngest in my family. There was no children in the family. I was the baby in the family.
Right.
Entire family.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I get, what?
So I'm picturing you in a diaper, a 6'5" baby with a beard and a diaper.
Hey, Doc. That's just my everyday clothes. I'm going to be in Ted Nugent's band.
Nice.
So I get there, and the kid's newborn, and the doctor's like, how you feeling about it?
Wouldn't it be more Parliament?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Turns into a fro, I think. So get to the doctor's office, and he's like, how you doing about it? I'm like, I don't want to kill it. The doctor says, he goes, you know how hard it is to kill a person? I'm like, no. I thought it was easy. He's like, nah, you're not going to kill it. Relax. I'm like, if you hold it the wrong way or something. Yeah. He's like, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't do anything stupid with it. Like this is how we start. Like it's a Buick. Like it's a person.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do anything stupid with it, but you'll be fine. And he's like, the only thing I can tell you.
No baby juggling?
Yeah. He goes, the only thing I can tell you, he goes, don't treat it like it's a science experiment. I go, what do you mean? And that's where the Skittles. He goes,
okay.
You put Skittles on sandwiches? No. Don't feed your kid pancakes and broccoli.
Right.
He's like, don't do stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't feed them plums and then something else.
Right, yeah.
Because, number one, it's going to come out the wrong way. He's like, it's not going to come out the way you think it's going to come out. So I was like, oh, that makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
And now we are where we are. But
did it freak you out to be a parent?
It was weird, right? It was weird, like,
yeah,
because I wasn't planning on it. But it wasn't like it was an accident. We were married. It wasn't like, but I was always like, if we have kids, we have kids.
No, I mean, but once you were in, what are you looking over in my head? I got something?
Spirits.
Okay.
Churn that butter, bitch. Churn it.
No, but once you started, like, changing diapers or whatever, you were like, who the hell am I? How did I get here?
Right. That part, well, no, you know what freaked me out?
Not that you hated it, just it's like something you're not, it's totally foreign.
Right. The immediateness of it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Like, kid came out, had a couple issues, not life-threatening, but had some issues where she couldn't breathe, like she had poop in her lungs.
Mm-hmm.
She swallowed her own shit.
From talking shit.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
It's destiny.
Yeah.
So
she's got that from her dad.
So now you're responsible for this thing that just came out.
Yeah.
Like 8 minutes old. And you're signing papers. That part was crazy. Like that part, you're like, holy shit.
Her breath must have been terrible.
Yeah, kiss your kid. No. Clean it up first. Like, I ain't go through this. That part was more, like, getting it home was a lot easier.
Dude, you calling it?
Yeah, it was
couldn't ring your kid out?
Yeah. My kid, though, it's like, it's too,
nice.
I got to tell you, that kid was like, I think that kid had smarts coming out because they brought her down to the ICU and all that stuff, and we got down there, and she's laying there, it's a peanut, so nothing. It's just a thing, right? And I swear to God, that thing looked right at the nurse and took all the wires and went. We were like, did it pull it?
Yeah, how did she know that?
How did you figure that out? Yeah, because next time around, they were like all taped down real good. So
yeah.
So that was whatever. And then the finally after a month, it was a couple weeks, I forget, whatever.
And how old was she when she did that?
A day.
Oh, really?
Like an hour, a couple hours. I mean, it's probably just dumb luck. Hand kind of went.
Probably.
Just got stuck.
Yeah, because usually they're like.
Yeah, like when my dog jumped the fence, it was just dumb luck.
Yeah.
It looked like a kid not knowing how to dive off a diving board. Next thing you know, it was in the other yard. Didn't know what to do with itself.
Yeah.
Got beat up by a pig. Story of everybody's life.
Animal throwdown.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good if we videotaped.
Yeah, you
That
could have
pig-
been on America's Funniest Home Videos.
That pig spun like a ninja, bit my dog in the ass. My dog's freaked out. And my other dog's on the ground laughing. I swear to God, my other dog's laughing.
Pig
Look
ninja.
at this idiot. Pig ninja. There you go. But we got the kid home. Kid's home, and you have the kid in your bedroom because it's little, and it's up every 15 minutes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And we're both like sleeping, and that kid lets out some kind of what? I fucking woke up. I'm like, get in the basement. He's just like, what? I'm like, that sounds like an air raid. We're getting bombed. Lisa's like, first of all, wake up, asshole. We live in a condo. There's no basement.
Yeah.
And that's the kid. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, they sound like that. Like all the time.
Can we stop that?
She's like, they sound like that all the time. I'm like,
Wow.
wow, man, it's tough.
That's a lot.
Never freak you out having kids?
Not really. Not too much. The second one was a little tougher than the first.
Tougher? Why? It's usually the other way around.
Because he wasn't getting enough milk.
Oh, he was hungry.
Yeah, and it was like constant crying, and we didn't know what it was.
Right.
Because, there's no, like, gas gauge on the side of a
Right.
boob to say full or empty or whatever.
There's no instructions at all.
Right.
There's more now. I guess you can go online. But you got to hear him probably weed through a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You go through the same stuff.
sure. Right.
Check the diaper, pat the back, see if there's gas, put him in the car seat, drive around the block, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to have a swing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like trying to defuse a bomb when it stopped going when she's sleeping. I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
I'm like, I'm not picking it up.
It wasn't electric? Didn't just...
No, it was great. So it would run out.
Because they
And-
have electric ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not us. This kid is sleeping. Looked like the most uncomfortable thing in the world, but I'm like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to diffuse this bomb.
Kids will sleep in weird positions.
Yeah.
Right? Like their head's like way over here, and you're like, oh,
Well, I
my
guess you
neck
got-
hurts just looking at that.
Figure that's how they're used to it in somebody's stomach, right? They're just falling asleep wherever.
Yeah, I guess.
And then we talked about it's like, but we're so dumb. We come out as we're just a pile of goo.
Yeah. Useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least a horse can kind of walk around.
Yeah. Thunder?
Mm-hmm. It only happens when it's raining. You can credit Stevie Nicks for that one.
Sure.
She figured that out.
Smart lady.
She wrote it in the song, so she must have figured it out somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Even though it's wrong. It's not raining. But there's thunder.
hey, listen,
Thunder could be over there.
she's a rock star. She's not a meteorologist.
That's right.
But yeah, but now kids like mine are old. Mine's older now, so at least the burden is just money. The burden isn't all the needs. There's needs, but it's usually
Right.
money. It's maybe some friendly advice. Not yet, probably, because you still know everything in 24.
Yeah.
Your parents don't know shit.
Yeah, you got to fail.
Yeah.
A lot first.
Your parents don't know shit. They have never been through anything you've ever been through.
Yeah, and then they'll like go to a therapist or a
Got that too. Yeah.
counselor,
Mhm.
school counselor or somebody before you.
Yep.
Anyway.
I've had them all.
Yeah.
My kid went to lessons for music before she came to me. I'm like, I could teach you and say it and answer. Like we could save the first part and you can go later on when you get better.
Right.
She did the same thing. It's like she got to the part of the hill where you had to really climb to get to the next level. And she's just like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, it's not really the same as me
No. But that's the idea.
because I played in a bunch of bands and I
Right.
played shows and stuff like that and did short little tours and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. But now you don't want to do the next thing, like you said.
It's the writing thing. It's a different mindset completely.
Right, but my kid, to get to that next level, would have to climb a higher hill and just gave up. Teachers were like, look, it was a Russian conservatory, so they were very strict.
Yeah.
They're like, you want to get to the next level, you got to put more than 15 minutes a day into this.
Yeah.
You have to make that decision. I can't make that for you. But you have the potential, and then they go,
Yeah.
I'm good enough now. I've
Kids
done
are
it.
the same way.
It makes it sound like you've done it. You haven't
Kids are
done
the same
anything.
way.
Do it. See how far it'll go.
Yeah. I think it's just starting something completely different at this age is like,
Right.
why
So
bother?
I always want to learn a language, and I just don't have it in me.
There you go.
I just, the idea of, it feels like the idea of school, even though it's not.
Yeah. Because I did a bunch of school also.
Right. Sure.
And now I'm just like, I don't want to learn shit.
I've
Even
learned
though
enough.
I do. I love information.
Right.
But
How you get it? Well,
I want to pick and choose what I want.
right. And you can do that now to some extent.
Yeah, but if, specifically with what I was talking about before,
Right.
there's specific things I got to learn.
Right.
And I don't want to,
Don't want to take 6 weeks to learn audio engineering,
no, I don't,
but it could benefit you
I guess.
because it'll unlock that door won't be that hard to write a song. Well, the second half, the first part's still going to be hard. Writing a song's hard. Writing a good song's hard. Let's say that. I think a shitty song's easy.
Sure.
A lot of people do that all the time.
Yeah, they're out
But
there.
you do that 6 weeks of learning something a little at a time, that unlocks the ability to make the second half of that easier. The first half's still a pain in the ass, but the second half's easy. There's no daunting task to finishing that song because you know it already.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about. As you ponder on these gray days.
Sure.
Right? What would you tell somebody who didn't want to finish a painting? What would you tell them? Don't finish it?
What do you want to do?
Won't give them any friendly advice? Okay.
I say it's not for you. Quit now. Kill yourself.
It's like I'm 4.
Whatever. You suck. You'll never be anybody.
There was a thing. I think
Your mama lied to you.
I think I took a picture.
You can't be president. You'll never be president.
You'll never amount to anything.
That's right.
That's good. That's a way to make kids feel good.
Hey, honesty.
To a point.
Think we would have been better humans if we had a little honesty when we were younger?
It depends on what level of honesty. You can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
Give them a sure. Can I be an airplane? No.
But that's where it is now, right?
Right.
Now, yeah.
I choose to be an airplane. No,
Yeah.
you're not an airplane.
What's your pronoun? Airplane.
Arrow. And it's funny, I have a picture I took yesterday because we were talking about it at dinner. Remember, we were at dinner and we were in Picasso's, the restaurant was Picasso.
Yeah.
But there was a Van Gogh. I have a picture on my phone of a note from the doctor explaining Van Gogh's ear and how it was cut.
Oh, because we were talking about that at the restaurant.
How was it really true, or was it just hearsay? Did he just take a little nip off?
Yeah.
No. Supposedly, according to this note, he lopped it off, and how he lopped it off.
Well, he gave it as a present.
I know that,
to
but
the hooker.
but it's not around anymore.
Well, it's in Patterson, obviously.
The hooker or the ear?
The hooker, the ear, all of it.
Van Gogh was in Patterson.
Sure was.
I think the place would be a little classier then. Well, no, I guess not.
Really?
I don't know, but I mean, that whole thing could have been hearsay. Even the note could be not real. It doesn't show any pictures. It just shows a drawing.
Yeah.
It's
They say he was epileptic.
And that's why he did it?
I guess he was having like
Seizure?
seizures, and he would kind of do crazy crap when he was
Mission
seizure.
accomplished.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cutting your own ear off is crazy.
Yeah. Plus, he was like forever poor. He was living on his brother's dime, and I'm sure all that stuff weighs on you after a while. Nobody paid him any attention.
There you go. Just like us.
I guess.
We ain't said that.
Yeah, but we're not, legitimate starving artists.
Right. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not sending any ears out either.
No.
Especially the hookers.
No. No lobes
No.
for you.
Look at that. 10 seconds left.
10, 9.
So what do you got to say? Till next time.
TOT!
All right. We'll figure this out.